Welcome, Divine. All right, guys, those last two videos, Paula let me know they were acting up. The solar eclipse and the new moon came in. This is an energy reading channel, which is one of the reasons why I started my other channel, so we could talk about expanded events. But this channel is really ran by the energy because we read energy here. So whatever is happening in the energy fields does affect this channel, and we just go with it. We just go with it because we get so many cool messages and clarity along the way that you just really can't trip about it. I've also realized where I will put a lot of those videos that any of those that had any hiccups. So no worries there. No worries there. And it just lets me know, I received a clear message that they're to be somewhere else. And it is all going to work out fine in divine timing. So we're going to look into the divine feminine and divine masculine. This is going to be an extended reading from the divine feminine, divine masculine that's already out, that takes us into week 7. This was like this, so I don't know if it's going to be reversed or if it's going to be up, but we're going to know once we get through. But I did feel that I needed to put it exactly how it came out. But these are extended to those last two readings because I just was led to do a message, and it just seems like it was all connected to the other two. To the other two readings that acted up on us in the bottom. Two of Cups. All right, so that is divine masculine. Let's look at divine feminine and do them in one reading and see what message we get, since this is going to be an extension of the divine feminine and divine masculine reading that are already out. To take us through the weekend. I also did an affirmational prayer. That is posted. For those of you who are into that, it's something I've always done. I used to have a full list of people that I would actually go into meditative affirmational prayer for. And a lot to do with how I did it. So you can kind of see that it's very affirmational. And I've posted that as we go through these energies that we have right now. This is really that. This is really clearing out the way for strong foundations. So it's really that time where you are really just clearing off any of that little leftover stuff, So this is an amazing energetic time that we have going on right now, but I also know that it can affect us in various ways. So you'll have your balanced days, then you'll have your days where you might start feeling some type of old emotion. And it is about sitting in that, transmuting it, seeing what it is, and recognizing that you are not the same, but utilizing the tools and seeking the help and the guidance that you need to transform and transmute that. You can also look, I do have an introduction to transmutation of pain in my description if you need any support with any of that. I walk you through, even illustrating what I did for myself through a past transmutation that I had to do. And this is that old stuff that is interfering with your present that affects your future. So let's get into this divine feminine and divine masculine reading and see what we have going on. Okay, guys, this card was on the floor in reverse. And I feel like it's the kickoff of the divine masculine that we have up here. So I'm going to move the divine feminine down a little bit. And we're going to give divine masculine the stage. So when we look at the divine masculine energy here, we start out, and starting out with the Four of Swords. What's going on with swans? I think it's because I hear those birds outside chirping, so they are joining us. They are definitely not swans, but that was the closest way to interject them. And then maybe you guys have something to do with swans today. But looking at this, we have the Four of Swords. So we go into that air here, and we have it in reverse. So this is that rushing to make kind of rash, you're making rash decisions to get what you want. So it's like, not necessarily that you're just making decisions, you're making rash decisions because you have a goal in mind. So it's almost like the Divine Masculine had a goal in mind, and in having that goal in mind, then the Divine Masculine would make rash, impulsive decisions. And the reason why I know that is because we come with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So it's almost like they go hand in hand here. So the Queen of Pentacles is, okay, I'm sitting there and I have it all in my lap. I am trusting my intuitive place. I have what I need. This is, okay, the Divine Masculine didn't necessarily have what the Divine Masculine needed at certain periods of time in life. So what the Divine Masculine did, whether it be emotional, whether it be financial, and whether it just be, I'm getting just having someone, the Divine Masculine energy would be focused on getting that thing, that the Divine Masculine energy was not utilizing their intuitive center or what it is that they, you know, how can I say it? Or what it is that they would have known about a situation. The reason is because then we have the Fool coming up. So that's just kind of leaping out, starting the journey. So they started the life journey, okay? So they started the life journey, but look at how they started the life journey. They started the life journey really being impulsive and rash about decisions, not based off of their intuitive base about what was going on, but based out of their lacking, and then not from that intuitive space of being present in the current situation. So what I'm getting by this is almost like the Divine Masculine energy is discovering almost like the double side of manipulation. And the reason I know that is because then we have right here the Ten of Cups. So the Ten of Cups is coming out, and you know, that's that family card. So I know that this is about relationship as well, heavy. But it can also be about other things and decisions that the Divine Masculine energy has made, of course. But I have this out coming, and the way it came out swervy. And I'm getting that it doesn't matter if we put it upside down or if we put it in reverse. So we can just keep it just like it is. That basically that this was a full leap according to this. Because there were goals that the Divine Masculine energy had when it came to obtaining the Ten of Cups. That they had their goal. And then they discovered that the people that they would partner with had their own goal. So it's almost like the partner would easily manipulate the Divine Masculine because the Divine Masculine energy was also manipulating them for what they wanted. So both are desiring these things, whether one is wanting family, whether one is wanting financial stability, whether one is wanting to just have some company, whether one is wanting to feel like they're in power or control. There was just so much, whether one was wanting children. There was so much going on is what I'm getting, and that it was really just a full leap into this whole family life. And it really shows that karmic cycle, how you get into that karmic cycle of relationship, which was not going by that intuition and lacking. So that's why it's so much work done on heal up your pain wounds that you have inside. It's also so much work. You'll hear the inner child. You'll hear, you know, this is definitely a healing journey like none other. You know, I have my practice in doing healing, another modality, but you got it. Everybody arrives around the same time. I love it when that music goes in octane. So it lets me know that this is an effective route in which people are expanding their consciousness and changing their lives, which is beautiful, which is ultimately what that healing is all about. No longer allowing that stuff of the past to hold you back, but still being able to ascend, grow, and move forward in your life. So what's happening here is that the divine masculine energy, when they were aligning themselves in relationship, they recognized that they were coming from a manipulative place, which is, I want this person in my life for this specific for this specific purpose. And they would choose their person, that's why that's coming out like that, their person for that specific purpose. Well, lo and behold, divine masculine energy recognized, oh shoot, they were choosing me also for their specific purpose. And this is how we ended up with this upside down type relational arrangement. So this goes perfect in the fact of the divine masculine energy, the reading that we also have right out about the divine masculine, where they are looking into how they've allocated their energy, and in pulling all of that stuff back and looking on an internal level, they are discovering, shoot, I've been played, but I really wasn't played. Almost in the way of they're getting to the point where they can understand a place of forgiveness and no guilt. Because the same way that they went in to manipulate for a specific purpose, which a lot of the divine masculine energy, I'm getting that they will feel like they deserve their current state because that they were wanting one thing, but they didn't do another thing. Almost like they were being, that they caused a lot. They caused a lot of problems and havoc. Very kind of self-blame, but still ready to move forward. Well, that's being relinquished right now with the divine masculine energy, because they're recognizing, well, shoot, they were in it for what they were in it for, and then I was in it for what I was in it for, and we both ended up not getting what we wanted, because we recognize now you can't manipulate this thing like that. You can't manipulate those heart connections for a long-term life success. You can do it temporarily, but eventually whatever you were manipulating for to obtain is going to want some type of it's going to want its return, and it's going to want it 100%. And if it's not from an authentic, genuine place, then it can't come to you 100%. This is the knowledge that the divine masculine energy is learning. And in learning that knowledge, they're at the place where that there is a positive change in their world that is guaranteed towards what? That positive change is new ways and characteristics about how they see relationship. They're understanding that manipulation is double-sided, and that their past is not blamed to them or necessarily even the other person at this point. They're recognizing that it's just about freedom at this point in their past. It's about freedom, because everybody was in it for what they were in it for, and that's what sealed the attachment. And the reason why it did not last is because they weren't genuinely coming with those cups of love, and there was not a pure divine connection linking them together and coming with those pure cups of love, and that's why it wasn't lasting. There is a full understanding right now that the divine masculine energy is wrapping their mind around as to why things did not work of the past. So that's beautiful, to allow complete moving on, forgiveness, no guilt, no blame. Yeah, pretty good. That's the bottom of that deck. All right, so then divine feminine, take the stage. Divine feminine, take the stage. All right, so here we go. Oh, well, this is pretty short and sweet. The divine feminine energy is actually starting out with the Page of Swords. So it's like, okay, so what are we beginning in here with the divine feminine? And this is all about how the divine feminine is communicating themselves in the world. And I love that this has the affirmational places at the bottom of these Jane Wallace cards, because it goes, I take care of the detail and stay in control. So the divine feminine energy is really focusing heavy on remaining balanced and not allowing the things of the past that used to take them out of their wits, to affect them. They're like, no, 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 no. I want to stay balanced. So it's like me or you, me or you. So this is perfectly going in alignment with the divine feminine reading that is out right now. This is definitely about extending. So this is how the divine feminine energy is starting out. They're like, hey, I'm going to stay aligned and balanced. And we know that because then we go in with the High Priestess, which is our next card with the divine feminine. So it's like, well, wow, we go in with the beauty of the High Priestess, and that's bringing in that divinity within that human state of the feminine. So the feminine is saying, hey, I am staying balanced so I can make sure that I'm connected to my divine intuition. The divine feminine is like, look, I don't want to lose my connection to me anymore. So I don't want to get wrapped up in whatever, okay? So whoever it is, I just do not want to lose my connection to me. That is my focus right now. So I'm going to stay balanced regardless. And, you know, I even have with the High Priestess, they're holding that key. And they're recognizing that this is the key to it. The key to it is for me not to allow you to take me out of my balanced state. Because I have to, we go into the Nine of Pentacles here. And the reason why we go to the Nine of Pentacles, because it, you know, and I love these affirmations, and it goes, I take the time I need to nurture myself. Okay, I take the time I need to nurture myself, which I love that, because we don't want to forget the one that came with the High Priestess, and it's my intuition guides me to the truth. So the divine feminine is like, look, I don't have to go out there, figure out this, get caught up in this. I am going to allow my inner guiding system to work for me, because that is what is good for me. That's what's nurturing me. I'm going to utilize my inner guiding system to guide me in the things that I need to do, the things that I need to say, the things that I have happening, because that is about nurturing. And it's so beautiful because we have coming in, rounding it up with the Queen of Cups. So it's the Queen of Cups, and the divine feminine energy is recognizing that in that position that it is power, that they're going into that, definitely that heart space we see here with that infinite flow that you see coming out in this cup. You see the infinity symbol right above the cup. So it's like this is that infinity flow. And the affirmation of this card is, I trust my knowing and follow my heart. I trust my knowing and follow my heart. Is that not a beautiful summation of what we have here with this divine feminine read? So the divine feminine is like, look, I'm going to trust my knowing and follow my heart. This is how I'm going to live. This is how I'm going to live in the present moment. I'm going to know what I need, what I want, you know, and I'm going to trust the guidance, which I'm going to follow my own intuition, and that is that heightened psychic ability that is coming in. I'm going to be guided in the things that I make and do. And interesting enough, we end with the Five of Wands for the divine feminine. It's like, well, why would we end with the Five of Wands? Well, look at the affirmation. I stand my ground and look for peace. So what that looks like is that the divine feminine energy is at the point where they are aware. They are communicating their awareness of the state of the people in the world, even the state of partners in which they have chosen to align themselves with along this divine journey. That regardless of what they have going on, that this is the position. This is the key setup as to how they're able to stand their ground and have their peace. That they are to trust their know and follow their heart, stay balanced, stay connected, nurture themselves, trust themselves, and that is how that is how they deal with any conflict and resistance that comes their way. That is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful for the divine feminine. Let's see, is there anything in my drawer or anywhere of a card that we pull? I'm squeaking a little bit. So let's do a universe card. We haven't done that in a while. So let's see. What good does it do knowing approximately where the treasure lies, yet never digging? Having a bank account with millions in it, but never writing a check? Or discovering the fountain of youth, but never drinking a drop? You must live the truth you discover. You must break your old rules. Defy logic. Be the change. Dig, write the check, and drink eternally. One little step after another. Is that not amazing? There's no other way. The universe. That's it. It's like, why would you know? This is perfect for the divine feminine and the divine masculine. It's like, look, now that you recognize that that was a full journey move there, it's like, okay, well, I'm going to now choose a new way to go into love and understanding the offering of the cup and being internally connected to that person versus the attachments that the divine masculine energy has discovered. And then with the divine feminine, it's almost like, well, I know all of this. I know all of this about the soul and the spirit. So I should probably use this in supporting me along this twin flame journey. And dealing with my person and dealing with people and dealing with my business. Let me use my stuff. Let me trust my knowing and follow my heart. Let me use my intuitive guidance. That's what this is about. Then we have another card that came out double, which is perfect because we're doing a DF and a DM. So 2 works. Behold a new day with rainbows, sunshine, and blue skies. New players, rebounds, and recoveries. Abundance, health, and harmony. Just like you've been picturing them, right? Right. Please tell me you've been picturing them. It takes so little, the universe. I love that. So this is really going in talking about, are you seeing things in the way that you desire them to be? Are you following your heart? Which is beautiful. And this even goes aligned with the affirmational prayer that I have that's going through right now too, because it supports in that. It actually brings you in that place of what you desire, and that is what you are affirming out in a line in collective energy to move with power. And that's the beauty of twins and this whole concept of twins coming together and shifting the planet in beautiful ways. This is good. The golden mission. The golden mission is union. Union within self, then union with others. Oh, check out my new channel. That's where I'm going to be able to go in depth. You'll see in the comments and the description where you can go.